Seconded.
Third.
So I'm going to skip down to the last part of the agenda, which Diane will not be able to vote on. So this is just a simple vote to reappoint Diane Kirschokis to the CPA committee. They need a vote from the chair and you, Steve. I can't vote, so they just need a vote stating that you are okay to appoint Diane to the CPA committee, and then I follow up with them, and it's just a formality. Hi, Diane.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Diane.
So, Diane, we're just doing the vote that you can't vote on to vote you back for the CPA committee.
Sounds great.
So, can I have a motion to reappoint Diane Kirschokis to the CPA committee, and I will send that via email to Conservation and CPA.
Planes to turn right.
I move that we appoint her to the CPA.
I agree. I'm in favor to appoint her to the CPA.
Great. All in favor to move Diane to reappoint to the CPA committee. All right.
Why do we keep on hearing Hadley Media talk? Are they voting too?
I have Hadley Media on here.
I don't know. I don't know if it's Nick or Alex. I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Yeah. Do you hear them?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do a quick update, just because Steve is rejoining us and I'm so excited. I just wanted to give him an update on the 5K. So the 5K was the first weekend in May, Steve. It was great. The weather was great for runners. They apparently loved the weather, even though it was overcast and cloudy, but it was perfect. I think I ended up getting like 13 was the actual number, 13 more runners, from last year, which is great. The running company that I use, the RaceWire, who does like the chip timers, the bibs, they say that each year it just keeps getting easier. Sorry, one second. Hadley Media, can you mute because you're talking over me? Hang on one second. Sorry.
Looks like they muted now.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So that was great. I don't have the official numbers back yet. But as far as like margins for profit and things like that, but I should have that soon. So it was great. Jersey Mike's was there, and the new manager of Jersey Mike's, who's in town, he's like all about community events. I literally met him on the first day and was like, do you want to do a 5K? And he was like, literally the first day they were like opening the next day. And he's like, sure, just tell me when. And he literally just was like, showed up with, I actually never even made it over to the pavilion, but people said there was like, there was so much left over that we end up donating food to the shelter because there was so much food left over, and it cost us $0. So that was amazing.
It was delicious because I did make it over there.
Nice.
All I did was I saw the Hopkins kids going like this with armloads of grinders. So it was awesome. And I had a lot of great help as usual. The Hopkins kids, everyone who volunteered their time, and it was really great. So another big event that was mostly always, I think, very successful, and there weren't too many hiccups that couldn't be fixed. So that was great. So that's why I just wanted to update you on that. And then all the other things that I'll just go through quickly are just things that are coming up. So the parade is this weekend. I have that all figured out. David Phil Sr., he came in today, so he got the Park and Rec banner. So he already has that. He's already went and got the hay. So he's got the hay. He's ready to go. I was planning on going over to help this weekend on Saturday, and he wants to do it. So he's got his part. I have a change on who's going to be with me. So I'm actually going to have one of the seniors. So Sadie Sear is actually going to come with me instead of Principal Dowd. She has to be out of town for the weekend. So she's gladly going to be with me. So we'll be in front of the float, and whatever kids want to be on the float. I have t-shirts. I can't even tell you how many pounds of candy. This year I made actually reusable tote bags, so each kid can have their own bag, so that I haven't gone through the 20 pounds of candy by the time we hit Dunkin' Donuts and don't have any candy left. So I was like, let's think smarter this year and give each kid the same amount of candy so that they feel like they're hucking and they're not getting so excited and just, getting rid of it all by the time we turn the corner. So I think that's going to work out good. I don't know how many kids yet. So I have just like, I have 30 bags made. So
Wow.
I don't think there's going to be 3 kids on the float. So that should work out better. And they have their thing and they can do it. So that will be good. The weather looks good for the parade. It's not going to be 100 degrees like it was last year. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. So that will be great. It seems like there's going to be a lot of people in the parade as usual. So that will be great. We'll be up in front like we normally are. I think they're pretty much aligning us the same as they have in the past few years. So that will be good. And then actually this is new as in within the last 48 hours. I am now getting roped into a field day tomorrow, which will be at Hopkins. So it's field day for the seniors. So tomorrow and Friday is their last day. So Principal Camuso reached out to me and asked me if I could help because now the weather looks awful. So they're going to be inside. So we're going to be doing some inside field day, which is going to be hopefully injury free and trying to corral the seniors. So I'm going to go over there tomorrow at like around 10:30 and stay with them until my department head meeting and have some fun with them. And then again on Friday, since the weather is going to be better, I think they're going to try to do something outside. So she asked if I would come over. So myself and Officer Romano, and I don't know if anyone from fire is able to make it, but there's a few of us who are going to go over and just have some fun with the seniors for their last hurrah. So I'll be doing that. And I will be helping field day, like helping. I think tomorrow I'm participating, but for the elementary school, I'll be helping whatever Miss Dowd or Coach Katanda, wherever they need me. Last year I was at the fruit station. So I'll be helping at HES for their field day. But that's not till June. So that will be fun as well. Hopefully they have a nice day for that. And then we have T-ball going on. I did a survey thinking that all these people would be out of town this weekend. And I was like, if more than half of the people weren't going to be here, I was going to just like say, have a nice weekend and like cancel it. And there's only 2 families that aren't going to be in town. So we're having T-ball on Saturday morning. So T-ball is a go. And those little diehards, they're great. They're a new group. I think I told Jim and Diane that last meeting. So it's a whole new group because the kids have aged out. So I'm meeting, all the new littles, like 3 years old little. I know, 3 years old. So between 3 and 5 years old, there's a lot of new families, super helpful, very, very cooperative and love playing and helping and stuff like that. So that's been going. We're in our, let's see, this will be our third week. Yeah, third week because of the weather. So how I'm doing it now is I have a building use that's just open-ended. So because we've had so much rain, I can't just cancel every weekend because literally they're never going to have a season and no one is going to want to come in July, including me. So we've had to go inside once and it's fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but at least we're getting some stuff. You can still do skill work and things like that. And then it just turns into like fishy cross my ocean and we call it a day. But hopefully, I mean, Saturday looks fine. So, I mean, it's not gonna be bright and sunny, but I think by the end we'll get some good weather coming up. So that's good that I'm able to use school. And then fast forward already, I can't believe it, into June. It will be gym. Oh, there's a typo there. So it's supposed to be not Valley. That's not even a word. Valley Malt. So Valley Malt is coming to do an event on the town common on June 20th. So I am going to be there doing some lawn games. So parents, kids, whoever wants to participate in lawn games. They have a meeting. Actually, they're on the select board agenda tonight for their liquor license. I know it was approved. I'm not sure if they're going for something else, but they are on the agenda for tonight. So I will be there for the evening. I have like the gigantic Jenga that's like, like this big. I have kid-friendly horseshoes. I'm looking at what I have. And I have ring toss, and I have one other thing in the shed, cornhole that I was going to bring over, depending on what they wanted. I haven't had that meeting yet. So I don't know if they only want one thing, if they want a few things. So I have options to bring over. So that will be fun. And I'm also doing on June 23rd, Texas Roadhouse is doing, it's called the Start of Summer Bash at Texas Roadhouse. So basically they're going to have face painting, games, local business booths. I'm just reading the flyer. They're giving stuff for like free kids meal coupons. They're going to have Andy the Armadillo and stuff like that. So basically I can have a table there for Park and Rec. I'll bring the flyers that I have about all our programs, talk to people, even like, I mean, not necessarily even Hadley residents. I don't know. I have people coming from like Hatfield, Sunderland, and Amherst that are coming through the programs that, either school choice or just are coming in for, I don't know, they're just coming from other towns. So that will be great. Hopefully I'll get some good public relations on that event. So that will be a busy week. I think one's a Friday night and then it's the following Monday. I jump to that. And then we'll go into, which I'll talk about, the next meeting will be soccer camp for Chris Montero. That will be the end of that month, will be his first week. So that's what I have going on. I'm trying to think. I'm looking around, thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And that's what's happening in the Park and Rec world.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Did I get reelected?
Yes, you did.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, from last night or today?
Yes, last night.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of the other results.
I guess they said they didn't even post the uncontested ones, but
Yeah, because I've been looking. So I guess at some point you have to come in and get sworn in again, I think.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. And
Yeah.
probably should remind Jess about like Cory checks and stuff like that.
Yes. Yep.
Do all the salary review and all that.
Big time.
The
Excellent.
compensation package.
Yes. The
Yeah, that benefits.
retirement. Yeah.
Yes. all the above.
Labor of love.
Free tote bag.
Right?
Jim, I don't know if do you want to bring up anything about the other soccer, or do you want to
Yeah.
put that on the agenda for next time, or?
No, that's fine. We can talk about it because it wasn't anticipated and it just happened
Okay.
yesterday afternoon.
Okay,
So I was approached by a couple of folks that are trying to get the girls who are playing in soccer in Hadley in a league, and it was going to basically price them out of playing because they needed insurance and they needed this. And they were wondering if they were a park and rec team. And I know from experience in the past with dealing with Sue Gluwatsky, who couldn't have been more helpful. They're covered if it's a park and rec sponsored event. So we're sponsoring these girls, and it's only going to benefit them because they're going to be able to play soccer before the soccer season. They're all going to play together. They're going to get their training in, so they're going to be in great condition, and they can hit the field running in the fall. So it only benefits, everybody that has anything to do with that soccer. So we talked about it, and it's going to be a park and rec sponsored team, and the insurance would have been cost prohibitive for them to even do it. So now they're going to be covered under the park and rec umbrella. And they still have to sign waivers like every other thing does. So, it was a technicality. So now they're able to play. They've got the team ready, and Amy should be getting back to waivers soon.
Nice. That's a home run.
That's great.
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I think as well, one of the Hopkins students came over on, actually I think it was yesterday. He came over because he didn't have his paper signed for NHS. So he actually, I think they're going to try to get a boys team together too and kind of do it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think it'll be if they can all get their schedules together, because the kids are working. So they're going to try to do it for the boys too. So that would be great.
That's awesome.
Yep. Nothing like preventative stuff, so there's no injuries.
Yeah.
It's just going straight into soccer season. So it'll be great. And the fields are looking well at times with all the rain that we're undertaking, but so that it would be nice to see the fields used over the summer. So that would be a good thing.
Yeah.
So
Good.
that's all I really have. Like I said, just, things will be coming up, busy again for June. And then for June, I'll put on Chris Montero, which I haven't seen him at all, really. I assume he'll be probably popping in soon. And then we'll get that going, and then next thing you know, I'll be opening up fall soccer, which is wild because I have to do it in June because it's such a process for soccer. I like to get the registration out before families leave for the summer, so I'll have Miss Higgins, this wonderful person who helps me with things, get it into the newsletter for the HES and send that out, and then I'll get that up and running so people have it in their minds, since it's all ages. That tends to be just a little bit trickier when it gets, when it's pre-K through 6 that we do. So, the other seasons are a little bit easier. Soccer's just a little bit more time consuming, but it's okay. So June will be busy for sure.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Good.
Anybody else have anything?
No.
No. What's everyone's schedule like for June? Does anybody have, or Diane, since you're driving, do you want to send dates, since
My
I'm sure you
sister's
don't?
driving. That's why I keep going like this over her
Oh.
shoulder. After if, as long as we can still do Zoom after the 13th, I should be okay.
Okay. Do you want to, do we want to meet before I do that first Valley Mall event? Or do you want to meet after that? Because then I'll
Or
have.
we could
both
all meet
meals.
there.
Or meet there. I would love to.
That'd be
do that.
Offsite, yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Apparently it's happened before. Jim, you're the one who told me. I never even knew about it. So
It's fun.
I just live in my little triangle. So, do you want to do, we can meet before that, maybe? Let me see what the Wednesday is. Let's see. The Wednesday before. So the 13th is on a Friday, so we could meet if anyone is around on June 18th. That's a Wednesday
Works for me.
at 5:30. Okay.
I can
And
do that.
if, I mean, I schedule the meetings now, so it's easy. So if you, and I won't schedule it, for a while, because I'll have to get my agenda and everything together. But if someone has a conflict, just tell me and we can just change it. But right now I'll say, our next meeting will be held on June 18th at 5:30 via Microsoft Teams. And then, that's it. I'll have I guess I can do a motion to adjourn, at 5:52 PM.
Seconded.